Test 1, 2.
Good evening and welcome to our recital. This is such a special night and I'm so thankful that you're here. I don't know that there's been this many flute players in one place very often, so I appreciate you all being here and supporters of flute players. But really tonight is about Pat Masek, and Pat, where are you? So I can, there we go, back there. And so we're just, everything here is in honor of her legacy here at Augustana for 59 years, and we're just so thankful to be here and performing and doing flute things together today. So we hope you enjoy. My name is Emily Anderson. I'm the class. I graduated in the class of 2001. I direct the Augustana Flute Choir. And we have students, members, and community members in our group. We're going to start off this short recital with two movements from Edvard Grieg's Holberg Suite. The first that we'll be doing is actually movement 2, Saraband, and the third movement, Gavotte. So this arrangement is by Nancy Norse. We'll start with the Saraband. Well, we have a slight staging change. I'm going to go ahead and introduce the next piece. The next piece will be performed by an alumni flute quartet, performed by Shannon Abels, graduate class of 1999, Darlene Fick of 1987, Mary Ryerholm of 1976, and myself, graduated in 2001. So 4 different decades in the Augustana history, flute history. We're going to be playing the first movement of a piece by current composer Catherine McMichael. This movement is titled Rose Cottage, and Pat played this piece with several groups, and I still have her notes in the music about who played what part, and so this was a favorite of ours, and we decided to share it with you today. This is just the first movement of the Gaelic offering by Catherine McMichael, and the first movement is called Rose Cottage. We thought it would be fitting tonight to feature a current Augustana student. Our student that's going to be performing a solo is Gabby Oakes. She's a Sioux Falls native who will be graduating this May here with degrees in nursing and Spanish. And Gabby has been taking flute lessons from Pat for 8 years. Like many of us talked last night when we met with the alumni that are playing today. You know, I started with her in middle school, I started with her in high school. So Gabby's been playing with her in lessons with her for 8 years. And Gabby's gonna be accompanied on piano on this third movement of Mozart's Concerto in D major by another Augustana graduate that some of you may know, Marilyn Schemp. Please welcome Gabby and Marilyn.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Dr. Peter Folliard. I have the privilege, honor of serving as the Dean of the School of Music here at Augustana University. What a treat to get to celebrate Pat this evening. Just 2 weeks ago, I was sitting with Pat over at the Morrison Commons as our president, Stephanie Hearses-Sandlin, celebrated the careers of everybody who was retiring this year, but there was only one person that was retiring after 60 years of service, as you might imagine. And Pat received this amazing standing ovation, but I did want to share the comments that President Stephanie shared with that entire group, because more ears need to hear what was said and a little bit more about Pat's career. Born in Chicago and well-traveled early on, this musical marvel eventually landed in Sioux Falls purely by accident. What was supposed to be a one-year teaching stop after graduate school turned into 6 decades of shaping lives through music. I think a story that is similar for many of us. It's a city that never let go. After settling in Sioux Falls in 1962, her studio began to bloom. A spot in the Sioux Falls Symphony, now the South Dakota Symphony Orchestra, was secured, and by 1965, another big adventure, she joined Augustana College as a flute instructor. The passion, talent, and dedication were impossible to miss. In 1978, Pat was promoted to the rank of assistant professor, a title that no other adjunct in our faculty hold. When Pat was asked what made the job so special over these 60 years, the answer was easy: the students. From rising stars to those who just wanted to play for the pure joy of it, everyone brought something unique. Many have gone on to become wonderful educators like Emily, or they've gone on to pursue professional careers. Every one of them holds a special place in Pat's heart. Among the most cherished memories, the legendary Flute Choir. Some years the group was 15 to 20 strong, with students and community members coming together to perform everything from classic pieces to wildly creative works, like one scored for just head joints. Did anybody play on that one? I see, good. Or things that were just clapping pieces only. If it was unexpected, if it was fun, it was on the set list. So what will Pat miss the most? Sharing her beloved flute repertoire, watching students light up as they master something new, and being a part of their journey as musicians and people. Retirement is far from quiet for Pat. With 3 years already logged since stepping away from the South Dakota Symphony, life is now filled with travel, piano exploration, water aerobics, art projects like paint pouring and watercolor, and, if you didn't know, a true passion for building with Legos. When she was asked to share advice to her colleagues, Pat shared this: get to know your students as people, ask them what they do for fun, and if they don't have an answer, then assign them some fun. Real connections lead to real growth. A memory that Pat shared, she said one unforgettable group was the class that entered and endured during COVID. Despite assumptions that they'd be bored off campus, they dove into assigned listening projects with enthusiasm. They delivered thoughtful and surprising reflections that brought joy during a challenging time. So, how do you commemorate 60 years of teaching? I was grateful to sit down with Gabby, who you just heard perform, and Emily this year, and we started to brainstorm what this celebration could look like. We knew a flute choir concert would be the right place and time, and we wanted to get alumni together to celebrate, but where did we have a list of all of Pat's former students? Well, all we had to do was ask. Pat had a handwritten list of every student she's ever taught. Hundreds of names came to us, and we reached out to ask them to join this evening. Many of you did come, and so many more reached out to share their regrets, but Pat, they share their deepest thanks and appreciation for everything that you gave and shared with them. We also wanted to do something special for Pat, but what? So our dear friends and partners at the South Dakota Symphony came forward with a proposal, a joint proposal, something that would be a standing legacy to Pat's gifts and commitment to music. So the decision was made to move forward with fundraising for the Pat Masek Instrumental Library, a complete renovation that will house the richest instrumental music library in our state. With Augustana and the South Dakota Symphony, materials living under one roof, Pat is still that connection that brings us together. So we hope to complete our fundraising this summer and begin renovations in January of next year. That's how we'll celebrate Pat, with music, with a source of infinite inspiration and a resource that will sustain for generations. So Pat, it is my honor to say thank you to say well done and congratulations. Can we have a hand for Pat Masek?
We have a little more music to make, so I'll invite the Augustana Flute Choir for one more song before our alumni come up. Pat opened my eyes, and actually Dr. Folliard mentioned this, opened my eyes to the world of alternative flute techniques and encouraged me and others to attend the National Flute Association's convention, and as she did many times. I've attended 4 different conventions and am exposed to so many different unique sounds, styles, and flute techniques that I didn't even know existed growing up as a young flute player. Our Augustana Flute Ensemble will be playing a piece by current composer Nicole Chamberlain that explores a few of these techniques, including the jet whistle, the use of syllables in a beatboxing style, and some pitch bending. This piece is entitled I Dreamt a Dream. It's based on the oldest piece of music of Nordic origin. It's based on a poem, a song, I Dreamt a Dream of Silk and Fur, found in the Codex Runicus, a medieval manuscript dating from around the year 1300. So it's based on that poem and that song, I Dreamt a Dream by Nicole Chamberlain. Our final piece of the evening is a very special one. We have some Augustana alumni and friends of the university that wanted to play a piece in honor of Pat and her vibrant career. We have former students from several decades here today. If you're here and you have a flute along but you didn't practice with us still, you can come on up. Any flutes want to come up, we invite you to come and join us as well. And I did have many people reach out. This is a busy time with concerts and graduations, but so many people wanted to share their well wishes too. The Alumni and Friends Flute Choir will be playing a piece Pat suggested for this occasion called Simple Gifts by Ricky Lombardo. We've all been touched in some special way by Pat's teaching, and this is the best way we know how to say thank you, and that we've kept playing for lifelong flute players and lifelong musicians. So thank you so much. Just give us a minute to get set up for Simple Gifts. Thank you so much. Thank you. Before we go, we would love to take a picture, and Pat and any other flute people in the audience would love to have you come up on stage, to anybody who's played with Pat in other things or students. So we'd love to have you come up on stage to make sure we take a picture before we go. So, and we'll have Pat come up with us. Front row, why don't you go ahead and sit down? And I don't have a camera with me, so if somebody could take a picture and send it to me. Thank you, that would be perfect. Okay, anybody else want to come up? Come on up, James, yep. This is not going to happen again, so.
One more, sorry. 1, 2, 3. All right.
Thank you so
We've
much.
got cookies. We celebrated Pat. Here we go.
Yes, please make sure you stick around to have some cookies and greet Pat. Thank you.